up, Woodward. We are starting off your day with a brand new crew. Meet Broder.
I can't control my arms sometimes. My limbs are just kind of flying.
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Fired up!
Y'all got Kool-Aid
I'm fired up! But with the Wake Up Woodward crew, he's actually a part of the family.
Flannel Sam.
Ask me about my wiener! Okay.
Along with JB and KG. Wake Up Woodward gets you all of your Detroit sports talk. Every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Live on Woodward Sports. A show for Detroit, by Detroit, with people from Detroit. Tell Siri to set an alarm. Because it's time to Wake Up Woodward.
Look like you remember who the you are. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a hell of a win, guys. All I can think about is, man, we've been forged in this stuff now. This has been 3 years in the making. Some of it 4. Like, that just doesn't happen. You got to work through it, grind through it, and go through the downs to get to the ups of where we're at. That was unbelievable, man. Division winners, back-to-back seasons, and the #1 seed. It was a total team effort. I got 3 game balls. On offense, 23 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches for 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Broke the franchise record for touchdowns in the season. Jaw Gibbs.
Appreciate y'all boys. Couldn't do without y'all. Love y'all. Let's keep it going.
On defense, 5 total tackles. All right. 1 pass defended, only gave 18, had 3 catches. Mr. Amik Robinson.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what come from the dirt. Hey, let's get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I got 1 more on defense. 7 total tackles. 1's quarterback hit, 1 pass defense. Welcome back, Alex Angeloni.
Hey, every time you get this is a team award. But defense, I'm proud of you today, man. I'm proud of the defense today. Just for y'all. Appreciate you. Love you.
It's a hell of a win, man. Back-to-back seat. What we've done is not easy. It's not easy. But I'm telling you what, man, we've said it all along. We got a special group, man. And this has been coming a long time. That's a lot of hard work. And we are the #1 seed with a bye, gentlemen. Great job.
Hey, be proud of this. This is just step 1. This is just step 1. We're on it bigger and better now. Proud of you guys. Love y'all. 1 on 3, 1 on 3.
Put that Jamo on.
Dog check.
What a masterclass by the defense. 9 points. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. The offense started getting it going. 31. Jahmyr Gibbs. And guess what? I get to watch the Detroit Lions clinch the NFC North. The #1 seed. First round bye. 2 home playoff games with my boy. What up, though, man? I can't believe this. I didn't get any of these growing up with my pops. Not like this, man. Not like this. Oh.
I am pumped.
Oh.
Crazy.
Let's go. That's the game. That's the game. Come on, boy. That's the game.
Let's go.
Woo!
I had to.
Let's go get the music.
Hey, let them know what the fuck we on. Let them know what time it is.
This is a Victory Monday show. So Wake Up Woodward, but today is Detroit Lions Day. Dog.
Yo.
Let's go, #1 seed, man.
Oh, we turned up.
We started with the stick mic today. I have a very important interview to do first. Can you see if our guests are out there? Do y'all see them?
No.
Vikings fans, where are you? I had some questions.
Yo, Sergio would be here Monday. I read everything. You on socials too? We see it. I'll still try. Skull. Vikings Nation. We're out there. How was the game for you last night?
Where they at?
What
Where they at though?
Jared Goff? Dan Campbell?
Crickets?
Anything? Whoa! What a victory Monday. Oh, hey, talk your talk real quick. I know you got stuff to do to get on social. Hurry up, bro. Let's go. Victory.
Skull.
Shout out my boy Jameer
Skull.
Gibbs. That dude's the dog best running back in the league. You can't stop him. If you had 5 guys you tried to tackle him. He was on one yesterday. 4 touch. Hang those nuts on him, Ja. Let's go. Dog. It's your boy, Detroit Kool-Aid. KG.
See, y'all got to pace yourselves, man. We got a whole 2 hours to get our shit off.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out Dan Campbell.
2 hours of pure octane.
Look, T-False. Look at T. Put the camera on T-False, bro. He's disappointed in us. Flannel, bro. We love you, bro.
False about to go to sleep. We just getting started. We just getting started, baby.
Love you, Flannel. This is the elite booth for today. We got Kavasier Chase in the sound booth. We got Woodward Sports MVP in the TD booth.
Jay Bizzle.
And you know what? I just got to ask everybody, what was your favorite moment to get this Victory Monday kicked off? For mine, y'all saw it. It was being able to watch the Detroit Lions clinch the #1 seed for the first time in history with my son. Like, it's crazy. All he knows, like you said, bro, it's just good Lions football. That is wild to me. And to be able to have that moment was epic. Me and my Gramps, we loved it. He's no longer here. Didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
Me and my Pops, we texting about it. All of us as family members were texting about it. And to be able to celebrate it with the brothers here and with my son, that was my moment. And I'm going to ask you, chat family, as well as let you guys tell yours. What was your moment? Not just the highlight, but the who, what, when, why, where. Because I saw a lot of the comments were saying, you know what, I was watching it with my Pops too. Or I was watching it with my kid too. It was dope. What about yours, man?
Hey, shout out to my Pops. My dad took me to the game, and the moment I knew the game was over was when Jameer Gibbs caught that receiving touchdown. But the best part was when I was walking out of the stadium, because all day the Vikings fans were obnoxious downtown. Like, they literally were talking so much ish. They kept trying to get the skull chant going. They kept trying to, like, they were talking to my dad. And my dad don't like that. So we're leaving the game. They're continuing to talk ish to him. And my dad is just letting them hear it. So shout out my dad.
Let's go.
The Viking killer. Absolutely assassinating Vikings on the mic yesterday.
Dog, I love it, man.
Hey, listen, just give me a minute to rock, bro. Just let me get my shit
I'm
off.
ready.
Because my moment wasn't necessarily even the game. It's something that bothered me over the weekend. So, you know how our shows get clipped up, right? So, you know, they clipped up it was either Thursday or Friday show, and we was in here talking about, you know, ways that the Lions defense can defend Justin Jefferson. Yeah. But I believe the headline was the Detroit Lions will shut down Justin Jefferson.
We didn't lie.
So, but no. So, it's funny because if you actually watch the video, I think it was like 24-minute clip. If you actually watch the video, you can see in the video that nobody at that said video was going out there saying that Justin Jefferson was going to get shut down. We was giving him his props. Yeah. He's the best receiver in the league. What are the Lions defense going to do? He's going to get his. This is what I said verbatim. He is going to get his. They need to figure out how to shut down everybody else. And you should have seen the comments. Oh, you guys are stupid. Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in the league. That Lions defense sucks. This is why nobody respects Woodward Sports. Well, guess what? The Lions went down and shut down Justin fucking Jefferson. What are we talking about?
One more time for the non-believers.
Guess what? They shut down Justin fucking Jefferson. They shut down Jordan Addison. They shut down everybody on the Vikings offense.
What is a Jordan
9
Addison?
points. 9 points. What are we talking about?
I didn't see him.
Hey, listen, bro. Anybody that want to come in this chat today and poo-poo the Lions, or, oh, you guys are just now getting good. Oh, you guys have only had 2 years of success and you act like this. You motherfucking right, we acting like this. You goddamn right. We turned up today because this franchise continues to deliver things that we have never seen. 15 wins in a season. I've never seen that. A sweep of the division. I've never seen that. The #1 seed in the NFC. I've never seen that. We not leaving Detroit, bro. We said it last week. Hey, listen, if you want Lions fans to shut up, if you want this network to shut up, if you want this team to shut up, come in the Ford Field and do it. Come in the Ford Field and do it. Straight up.
And you know what, man? I got to go to this booth as well, man. Got to get these moments, Chase. What was the moment for you, man? Not just, maybe a highlight that happened, but it was one of those moments, the who, what, when, why, where, the people you were with, man, what it meant to you. Talk to me about it, brother.
When was last night at Hayes Social was the where with everybody from Woodward. Shout out my roommate Harlan and his girlfriend Morgan. They came out and enjoyed the game with us. And then, my moment, I think when we went up 24-9, I feel like we were already had the game pretty much out of reach. We'd given them the ball back. We'd made a few mistakes, but no matter what, we still maintained the lead through the whole game. And once we went out 24-9, it just seemed like that lead was too insurmountable with the amount of time left on the clock. And seeing Sam Darnold's ineffectiveness passing the football, man, it was fun to see, man. He looked just like Sam Darnold.
Shout out, hey, JB Smooth. Hey, give the people your moment, man. And then we pick up the next segment talking about what the Lions just did, man. It was a masterclass. Aaron Glenn, bro. What up, though, man? What was that moment for you, man?
It was beautiful last night. I told y'all last night was going to be a movie. It was an epic movie right there. I don't know what it was, whether it was Jahmyr Gibbs getting that 4th touchdown, but I think for me, it was seeing a proud Aaron Glenn just on the sideline.
I love that shot.
With his hands up.
Yeah, that's becoming a thing now. I love that.
And his Jared Goff pose.
Like a proud father on Christmas. Go ahead. Open them gifts. I got you. Go ahead. Look at you. Look at all the prizes. Because that was a amazing masterclass from Aaron Glenn last night. The defense stood on business last night. And I can't praise his defense enough. Shout out Aaron Glenn, man, for putting all this together. Come on now.
Man, my man was sitting back saying the same thing that Jared Goff was.
I'm going to be here for a while.
I'm going to be here for a while.
He looked like a man that went to war and that won the war. And then at the end, he just sitting on the bench, man. That's how I feel after 8 hours at Woodward. I go home, I sit on my couch, and I do that exact pose. Hey. Man, shout out to AG, bro. The game plan, unbelievable, bro. Freaking-leavable.
Unbelievable. We got some numbers on just how unbelievable this Lions defense has been all season. And you guys know what? Burn with the $5 super chat. He says, Vikings fans are blaming the refs. Just take the L, sit in your corner chair, and watch Minnesota. That's a recurring thing. And you get your tail whipped by the Lions, the teams and the players start crying. I don't understand where this phenomenon came from, because everything that the Detroit Lions could have cried about this year, they just didn't, and they continued to go and get it out the mud. Now all of a sudden they're carrying the big stick, and we got everybody. Now we got to have Justin Jefferson. I like Justin Jefferson, but now we got you on camera. We're hitting this tour, playing so physical. Well, welcome to real football. Yeah. This is why I told you guys, I got faith in the Vikings to be the biggest threat to the Lions, but where the underestimation comes is this. Yes. Can you say that the floor last night was 2 good football teams? Yes, but the problem is this. The ceiling was there was only one elite football team.
Yeah.
There was only one team full of actual dogs. That's the problem. So we talked about this. Even though they have the 22-plus players on IR, they still run out more dogs per game than any other team.
Yes, sir.
And that's a stat that I'm going to start to follow. Because I'm sorry, Jahmyr Gibbs is a dog. Jared Goff is a dog. Jamo is a dog. Amon-Ra is a dog. Sam Laporta is a dog. Craig Reynolds was a dog. Penei Sewell is a dog. Brian Branch Kirby, where are we going? Where do you want to go? Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell. I'm sorry, our squad got more dogs. Until those guys all go down, and there's a whole lot of them, this Detroit Lions team is going to continue to step out there and look exactly how they have all season, and that's elite. Elite. This is not just some good stuff, but let's say what up, though, to some friends, JB Smooth.
Can I get one more thing off?
Hey,
get your shit off, bro.
It's Victory Monday. Back off of KG, and shout out to him. Hey, how about Kendall Vildor shut down Justin Jefferson? My boy 2-9. It don't matter who's guarding him. We winning by 30.
Hey, I see Xavier D in the chat, all caps. Vildor!
My boy 2-9 played a hell of a game, bro.
Hell
of a game. Hey, I don't want to hear shit else about Zero either. I don't want to hear shit else about Zero. No more.
What a game.
No more.
Last night.
Best game of his career so far.
100%.
Best game of his career so far.
In Bionic, Alex Anzalone. That's just an epic. That's a performance I believe we'll look back on and be like, wow.
Yeah.
Just think about your captain on defense, that one player, that actual green dot, who's been there and done that. And to me, I thought Jack Campbell looked a lot better as well with Alex Anzalone there.
Oh, you know he did.
T-Foss talked about it too. Like, he's been playing the Batman role, but honestly, as Robin, I like the way it looked.
I can't wait till we dissect this defense, because have so many opinions on what Alex Anzalone brought to this game.
That's next. That is next. That is on the way. JB, let's get the like poll up for the people. Let's see how many people like the fact that the Detroit Lions won the NFC North. And let's see how the number one seed. And let's see how many people wanted the Vikings to do it. But
we are the North.
Yeah.
The Lions are the North. Ain't no NFC North.
Hey, talk to us about Planet Fitness, brother.
Hey, listen, Planet Fitness, man, it's the new year. And I'm glad people not doing that New Year's resolution BS no more. Because, listen, you can fix your health any day that you want to. And Planet Fitness makes it available to you to go out there, get a very well-priced membership, and work on your body, man. Feel right for the new year's 2025. Your Lions, man, they are primed for a Super Bowl, and you are primed to look good and feel good. It's Planet Fitness, man. There's thousands everywhere throughout the Metro Detroit area and the world, man. Planet Fitness, $15 a month is all it takes, man, and it is still the best deal in the gym game. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, listen, want to know what the best Lions pregame party is? Every single home game, hey, and we're about to get lit for the playoffs. It's at Detroit's very own second best bar, 42 Watson Street. It's the ultimate fan experience. You get to enjoy a little smooth 2 or more Dew Irish whiskey while catching a Woodward Sports pregame show only at second best bar. Come and get some. Woo! Hey, shout out to Chase, man. Got on the Kool-Aid exclusives. I love this track, man. And right now it's the soundtrack for the Detroit Lions victory Monday celebration. I am fired up, man.
BTA edition.
BTA edition. Shout out to Dante 151-999 super chat. Oh, I cannot wait for Big D Energy from 11 to 1 because I know Neil is going to be insufferable to Vikings fans. They ain't gonna be there.
Dog.
We look for them already. But he says, I'm going to love every bit of it. Let's go Lions. NFC goes through Detroit.
Damn
it
right.
has for a few years, and I can't wait. Until that NFC North banner, another one is hanging up there just to piss off all Goon Coops in the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they hanging those banners. Well, you know what? You guys would have an opportunity to decide if you want to or not, if you are winning. You are not. Sit on the sidelines and enjoy that. But listen, we gotta. I'm gonna throw it over to JB Smooth. Are you ready? You want to introduce it for the people?
Yeah. I got you right here.
Hey, talk to the people, and then we're gonna get into this masterclass by Aaron Glenn.
So before we get into this masterclass by my man Aaron Glenn, who's just over there chilling on the bench, has no worries to worry about.
Hey, Jizzle.
We are doing a new thing for our Super Chat and our Woodward members as well, too. Whenever your Super Chats come in, anything from anywhere from $5 to $15, we will sit here and read them on screen. We will stop what we're doing to read them for you exactly. $20, we will give your topic that you send us a 5-minute complete segment right there. And if you go above and beyond, I'm talking like $50 or more, we will give it a whole segment to sit here and talk about. We will stop everything that we are doing just so we can focus on your comments that you put up there. So giving you all some more love than what we do right now as it is. So if you want to donate and give us those super chats as well too, we are always here for them. We will always be looking, or I will always be looking at the screen to post those up there for you guys so we can stop the show just for you. So let you know all the love that we support.
And any of the super chats, $5 or $4.99 and below, will be shown on screen, and we will still continue to engage with our chat family. But this is a way for people like Dante151 to be, this is our Dante15 super chat line. That's what it is, man.
You might as well name it after him.
Yeah, we're gonna name it after him. And honestly, the people that do participate, they are in line for more giveaways.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to incentivize you all that much more. It helps give you an opportunity to be that much more a part of the show, including V-Mixes. The $50 mark, the first that gives that, we actually will V-Mix you into the show. So you can be able to talk your talk. Not just call. We talking about, we send you the video link and you get to be a part of the show and you get to talk your talk. Similar to Aaron Glenn, man. Similar to Aaron Glenn last night. We all saw him sitting back looking like Jared Goff. Remember Jared Goff this summer when we wondered, is he getting a contract? And then the first big time we saw him speak, he was sitting back on somebody's couch like, I'm going to be here for a while. And it was just like, man, this guy is never rattled. And Aaron Glenn, the same way. It's just how much epicness have we seen from the sidelines with just Aaron Glenn poses. And we saw him last night kind of hit the same one. Shout out to Jason Kenyon.
And we got a first super chat.
$5 super chat.
Shout out.
$5. And you know what? We're going to continue to mark these names, Jason Kenyon, in the chat, because when these giveaways start coming, those people who are a part of this program are going to have opportunities to win a little bit more. Called it all week. Darnold's fairy godfather was calling him home by first half. Pumpkins.
It was like Shrek, bro.
Hey, you know what? DJ High Def Steph called it. He texted me. I know that you got some conversation with him too, Kavasi and Chase, about Sam Darnold turning into a pumpkin. Hey, talk about it real quick, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we had DJ High Def Steph here on Friday.
Shout out.
We were all giving our predictions for the game, and I mean, he kind of called it almost exactly as it happened. He said this might be the game that Sam Darnold turns into the pumpkin, and the clock might strike midnight. It was prime time. Game nearly ended by midnight, so it turned out, almost exactly as he said it, and like I said earlier when we were talking about our moments from the game, like not surprising at all that Sam Darnold lived up to what he's been his entire career outside of the first 16 games of the season.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to chuckle through that. This is funny. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. And you know what? Some of those incentives we talk about, Devin the Dog, one of the OGs, one of the guys that support
big shout
all
out,
the time.
my dog.
Shout out to
wearing
you
51 clothing
too.
right now.
Yep. Shout out to Devin the Dog, man. And shout out to you, chat family. We're seeing all of the regulars in the chat, from John F. and Lord, Tabitha Gable,
shout out,
Hearted, Steve DeYoung, Mike G, Jason Kenyon.
All my people.
I'm just seeing all of our people. James, we're going to continue to shout you guys out.
Shout out Eric Dietrich, who was out at the Hayes Social again last night.
Big shout out to Eric Dietrich, bro.
Ryan.
Being a friend, telling a friend, he brought his buddy Jason out too.
Everybody. And you know what? Let's get into this thing. The Detroit Lions 31-9. We're going to talk about this. Another team under 10 points. I got some stats for you before we talk about this masterclass.
Y'all didn't want me to be
disrespectful. Hey, listen. 4 teams this season have been held to 9 or fewer points. 8 teams total held to 17 or fewer points. 11 teams total held to 20 or fewer points. More than half of their schedule, one game less than half their schedule, man, 8 teams held to 17 or fewer points. And that one, you talking about in this day and age of the NFL, holding more than one team. I'm talking about people thought this was going to be a shootout. And our defense is hobbled and injured, 22 plus on the IR. And this squad went out there and held them to 9 points. Which team was banged up? Which team had all of these great additions during the offseason? Which team did we see panels across the board saying was going to win? And then we saw Aaron Glenn go out there and 0 for 10 in the red zone on touchdowns for the Vikings, right? Yeah, put them in a body bag. Red zones, right? How many times did they get into the red zone? And he was like, bro, this was happening. And so, hey, shout out to Orlando Fields, $10 super chat. He says, Sam Darnold was exposed. AG showed the NFL universe who Sammy Boy really is. And so I just want you to be able to, as we continue to dive deeper into what went right for these Detroit Lions, be able to talk about what just get your stuff off about Aaron Glenn, and shout out to the 3 stars that I would select, and you can give your 3 stars too on defense: Zadarius Smith, Alex Anzalone, Amik Robertson. Those guys played masterfully. But this defense, everything that you saw work right, from cool, calm, collected, just here. I'm here to just break your face, and I'm going to look cool doing it, Aaron Glenn.
And it was a total team effort, man. I know we're going to, single out some individuals, but just the total team effort to go out there and render a team that averages 33 points in the NFL to 9 points, man, when it mattered most, when all the lights were on. And AG, listen, we all had a lot of speculation in the offseason about AG and, the type of job that he was going to do this year with more talent. And I think he has absolutely exceeded expectations, man. You look at, the way this team got hit with the injury bug early, man. Started with Davenport, then it went into Hutch, and then we just got these slew of injuries, man. And it just felt like, how is this guy doing this at this point? Like, we've had so many different lineup combinations, so many people in and out of this defense. We're signing people off the street, off the practice squad to come in and contribute. And just the job that AG has done with this defense, I can't speak enough to it, man. The AG slander needs to stop from here on forth. He went out there when the lights were the brightest and absolutely shut down Sam Darnold. And it's the way they did it, man. They took away what the Vikings need most, and that's big plays. We all know the Vikings live off big plays. They live off getting the ball downfield, and they rendered that useless. We already good at stopping the run, but the fact that your coverage was just on another level last night. Amik Robertson, Terry and Arnold. I mean, the job, Brian Branch at times, like the job that they did. You were dropping defensive ends in the coverage at times. Zadarius Smith got a pass deflection. Like, what are we talking about, man? AG went out there. He knew the game plan. They knew what the game plan was, and they went out there and executed to the fullest ability, man. They held the Vikings to 9 points.
And I got some more numbers for you here just to break this down. On the Vikings side of things, Sam Darnold, 18 of 41, 166 yards, and he only averaged 4 yards per pass.
But it wasn't just like they were just blitzing him all night, man. It was a lot of disguised stuff. When they played man, they were able to cover like really, really well. When they played zone, they were able to make plays. But overall, man, it wasn't just, okay, we're going to be in his face all night. It was a combination of that and also just being excellent in coverage.
Yep. Got some super chats as well, too.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, read those off, and then we'll get back to these stats.
I got you. Shout out to James. 199. KOC is MCDC's little brother. Changed my mind. And then you got the real K77 saying the Vikings could catch a case of the Honolulu flu. Wouldn't surprise me if they choked in the playoffs, per usual.
Wouldn't surprise me at all, especially with the way, like you said, Aaron Glenn exposed them, and people in the chat are understanding as well. Just to look at how they put them in his body bag, man, this is crazy. 120 total rushing yards for the Vikings, right? 58 yards of those came on one run by Cam Akers.
Wow.
I think 10 to 20 of those, or 10 of those came from Sam Darnold as well. So the running game was effectively put in the body bag. Justin Jefferson.
But we do that normally, though. That's nothing new.
Normal. But I was told that we didn't have the defense and the horses and the dogs, though, at this stage to be able to keep up with what they could do with their running backs.
Whack narrative.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, 3 catches, 54 yards. Hey, and check this out. We say if you can't get home, they did get home a couple times, a couple sacks, right? But what was the stat that I wanted to see through the roof this year? Give me 5+ QB hits a game. In addition to your 1 or 2 sacks, we'll call that a win. Not just pressures. 10 quarterback hits.
Wow.
10 of them. And who was back there? Anzalone got one. Kirby Joseph got one, man. You talk about Jack Campbell getting one. Zadarius Smith got 2 in addition to his sack. Levi Onwuzurike got one. Muhammad got another one. And then Josh Pascal, 2 quarterback hits. Chris Smith got one as well. It was everybody contributing. You talk about next man up mentality. They have perfected what that is, and every single player is stepping out there on the field and making a difference. Shout out to Crayons for Breakfast. $5 super chat. Said it on the post game, and I'll say it again. Vikings didn't belong on the same field as Aaron Glenn's massive nuts. I had to finish the rest of it.
And listen, man, we all knew what the narrative was going into this game, that Sam Darnold, this is the biggest football game of his career. He's never been under these type of lights, under this type of pressure. And we absolutely exposed that last night. He didn't look right from the moment that game started. I mean, the crowd noise from Ford Field, the way Aaron Glenn was just able to pressure him the whole night, he was not comfortable. He sailed every single pass damn near over every receiver's head when he dropped back for a pass. Like, it was absolutely amazing what this Lions team and what Ford Field was able to create and get in Sam Darnold's head. He was shook.
They really got into his head because he was 1 for 9 on dropbacks and man coverage with more than 4 seconds in the pocket.
Talk about it.
And that's just something when you are feeling that pressure, when you are getting hit at an excessive rate where you start to clinch up a little bit. And you saw that from Sam Darnold when the lights were bright. He just turned into a pumpkin.
Yeah, and a lot of that honestly has to do with what Aaron Glenn was doing. I like the fact that this team is able to make other squads look less than. Everybody else has to effectively bend to the will of the Detroit Lions. Everybody else has to change up what their game plan is on defense. Everybody else has to change up what their game plan is on offense. Everybody's coming in with special things, and we hear the Lions talk about it like, yeah, they're doing different things, and they put on tape. They got these little special little wrinkles, but the Lions just go in, and similar to what you stated, they are comfortable in all of these games. Why? Because they're playing the game the way that they always play the game. And honestly, being in these types of pressure-filled situations, already playing with the next man up mentality. They proved that last year. This secondary already passed that test.
Yep.
And so why doubt Aaron Glenn this year? This squad, they went out there and they played the way that they always do, and that's why this was a comfortable thing. No one's pushing them. No one's bullying the Lions into not playing their game, whereas every other team that we see is having to come in, and this is the problem. When you have to play differently than how you generally are, that's when you're prone to make more mistakes. Whereas the Lions, hey, listen, we're the big dogs. We do 4th downs. But now KLC has to do it to try and keep up with us. He's looking scared over it. He's like, oh, what do we do with it?
Yeah.
It's your dog. We talked about it. We talked about this. It's not just Dan Campbell. You know, they always talk about Dan Campbell choosing to go for the 4th down. But guess what? They're converting at an insane clip, #1 in the league in terms of percentage. Clip. And guess who's behind quarterback? The guy who got it between the ears. He's not going to sink. He's not going to crumble under the pressure. He's proven he can do this. So everyone keeps wondering sometimes why they keep going for it on 4th. Why they keep this? Why can't? Well, you know what? Look what happened. Look at the pressure he put on the Minnesota Vikings to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
They had to sit there and say, oh, do we go with points or do we go with this? What do we do? And they look like a team that wasn't prepared.
And it's just a confidence and a belief in your players and what you got going on, bro. And not only from the offensive end, because we always see Dan Campbell drop his nuts on the opposing team. The 4th downs, I mean, come on, absolutely backbreaking. But what AG was able to do and just letting his game plan do the talking, letting his players go out there and do the talking, man, I can't speak enough to it. I mean, 0 for 4 in the red zone, bro. That was everything. Those 3 goal line stands that they went and you know, had to manufacture, especially one after a turnover, they had to come right back on the field and provide another stop. This defense is amazing, man. It doesn't matter like who we got in house. AG gonna make it work.
AG gonna make it work, man. And you know what? Shout out to my cousin LaJuan. He's holding it down for us Detroiters out there on the East Coast. He said that the Vikings, man, the Vikings had an identity crisis last night.
They absolutely did.
You know what?
You take away the big plays, and they are also a team that front runs. You take that away from them, what they gonna do?
They don't
what
have
they gonna do?
And that's the thing. They were reacting to us all night. Whereas with the Lions, it was just a notion of, with the offense, just get to doing what you guys do good. That's just play clean football. And guess what? That thing is an even worse blowout last night.
Yeah.
If the offense found its rhythm in the first half,
lucky. That was an off night by the offense. That was an off night.
I see you in there, Cavassier Chase.
Oh,
Chase
we were
GPT.
just talking about like the identity issues for the Vikings. Last game when we were in Minnesota, we gave them a 10-point lead. This game, we didn't even let them score 10 points.
Yeah. That's a bar. Confirmed.
See, y'all didn't want me to be disrespectful to him as well, too. But shout out Dante151 for the $4.99 super chat. Black Monday has already started. Breaking news: the Jacksonville Jaguars has fired Doug Peterson.
Damn,
so
son. Hate to see it.
There are 5 coaching jobs available.
Damn,
Five
son.
coaching jobs available.
Well, I know Ben Johnson ain't going there.
Did y'all hear Calvin, y'all heard
wouldn't
Calvin
either.
Johnson last night? They were like, hey, man, make the case for Aaron Glenn as head coach. He was like, I don't want to do that.
You're right. Why would I do that?
I was like, Calvin is one of us, man. And it's not the lionized version that we saw. Oh, my gosh. When they I forget what game it was, but when I think it was Calvin just kind of ducked down, like he went down a freaking tunnel in Mario, and and Stafford was just sitting there like, it's like to see him happy.
Yes,
he was like, man, I wish I could go out there and play for Dan Campbell.
I've never seen him smile more. Like,
did you see his black on black hoodie with the little Lions logo? I was like, he was feeling it last
bro.
night,
The legends are into it. They had Barry doing stuff for the Lions on the sideline during the broadcast. It was absolutely amazing. And real quick, JB, John F. and Lord in the chat, can we hear a bang 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 for the people in the back?
Shout out.
Can we do that? My boy Flannel not here.
1,000 yards.
But listen, we on love time today, man. we love it as a Lions fan base, man. JB, give it to us, bro.
It's my love going bang bang bang. It's my love going bang bang bang. It's my love going bang bang bang. It's my love.
You damn right, man. R.I.P. the great John Witherspoon and this Lions team, bro.
Love the city
it's
too.
so much more to break down. They shattered so many franchise records last night.
Shout out to
So
Freddie
many.
313, my guy, our guy KG, $1.99 super chat. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Damn right.
None. And you know what?
Scared to look. They scared to duck. They scared to look. They shook.
And you know what? I'm fully confident. I was talking about this with the Legend T-False. We've talked about it as well. Faith has turned into belief. You can't doubt these coaches. And they went and they upgraded the coaches in the offseason. I believe that KG, a.k.a. Calvin Shepard, he took a step up.
You ain't never seen us at the same place at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you for your services
I
last night because the
appreciate you.
linebackers was doing work.
Hey, appreciate you,
Shout
man.
out to Terrell Williams as well. When the broadcast, they pointed out that the Lions were switching back and forth between zone and man, and that the Vikings were guessing wrong the entire time. When we said that this was a chess match, Aaron Glenn was just like, I got y'all figured out. Ben Johnson, we got y'all figured out. Like, that was beautiful. When they highlighted the stunts that they were running with the linebackers, they were like, they don't even care. They're taking one whole linebacker and say, we don't care if you spy. We don't care if you're looking at the quarterback or the running back. Don't. You just go and pick. Get the other linebacker or another lineman home. That was a wrinkle that I didn't anticipate, because what did that allow the Lions to do in the secondary? Instead of using a secondary member to do the pick, they left the secondary member in the backfield, and they were able to, on some plays, double team or shadow Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
What a freaking tweak. And now I understand why they didn't really put those looks on camera the first time. Like, now all of a sudden it came out and it was a completely different look. And that's why I do believe when you have Alex Anzalone back, who's as smart as he is, it allows you to be able to run those types of plays. So when you see Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone both have, I think they combined for 3 or 4 quarterback hits, and you see some of the other linemen as well, look at the plays. They were going in and setting picks and allowing for the pressure to get home on Sam Darnold, the pumpkin. And it was beautiful. Masterclass by Aaron Glenn. He really, really had this game plan drawn up.
One more big key I got to bring up, man, is because the Lions going into this game, they led the league in pass interference penalties, and the officiating crew actually that refereed that game actually caused the most pass interference penalties in the league.
They received the least amount for their benefit as well.
No, absolutely. And the Vikings were one of the teams that lead the league in drawing pass interference penalties. So the way the Lions defense were just playing discipline, man, like Amik Robertson to be manned up on Justin Jefferson pretty much the whole night, and to be able to hold him in check. 3 catches on 9 targets, bro. Absolutely amazing. TA was out there in coverage doing his damn thing, and they played clean football, man. And so shout out to them, and that was a big key in this game, is not being flagged for pass interference, bro, because like I said, the Vikings live on big plays. They live on the deep ball. The fact that you took that away from them, what else were they going to do?
Exactly.
Nothing.
And you know what? We're going to talk about it. just shift a little bit. Let's talk about some of those stars of the game. We got to highlight Alexander Zaloni. We got to talk about Meek. We got to talk about any coaches that really stood out that you guys want to highlight, and we got to talk about one Sonic Jahmyr Gibbs who put out a #1 type running back performance. We'll read off a couple of these super chats and get into the next segment as fast as we can. Steve Lehman, $5 super chat. Henry might be the king, but we have the prince. LFG Gibbs, the new franchise rushing touchdown leader. And we were going to get there because we got a whole Gibbs segment, but you were right, man. Some things, you just can't keep a lid on them. Jahmyr Gibbs is just special, man. Charles McClain, $5 super chat. Oh, breaking news. Lions have a true #1 cornerback in a Meek. Pay that man.
What?
That dude was a pit bully last night.
Is a dog, bro. Absolute dog. And we knew he was a dog coming to this team, but just the job he's done this year, absolutely amazing, especially last night, man.
Hey, what friends do we have to say hello to this morning, JB Smooth, before we get into this next segment where we talk about just what the Lions have done? The #1 seed, they locked up, first round bye. They got the NFC North title. And we will just talk about and highlight some of these coaches and just the masterful job they did, especially when you look at the thing. Dan Campbell, KLC, who's the coach of the year? Because it was actually pretty split last night, and Dan Campbell wasn't one of the options.
Really?
It was crazy.
Y'all gonna keep disrespecting this man.
Hey, let's get into it. Who we got to say what up, though, to?
Les Stanford.
Les Stanford Chevrolet. Hey, are you overdue for a new car? I know I am, man. Beat the holiday rush and get amazing deals from Les Stanford Chevrolet. Right now, Blazer EV 2LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month. Or go check out the Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code somewhere on the screen, right above my head, actually, and check out their massive inventory. Don't forget, Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, and GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, lesstanford.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Tell you guys about that Tangerine Space Machine. Ooh. The new easy drinking IPA that is out of this world. It's smooth, it's juicy, refreshing crushability. Take your taste buds to the moon with this intergalactic haze of goodness. The official beer of outer space, brewed by New Holland Brewing Company, straight out of Holland, Michigan. You know what? Neil was so cool with us yesterday. After we got done with the pre-show, we all sat back and you know what? We grabbed a drink at Second Best Bar while it was empty. It kind of felt like we were in VIP, right, Chase?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
See,
Second Best is the spot downtown.
I'm telling you guys, Second Best is the spot. New Holland is also the company that you need to have right now for this intergalactic haze of goodness. Go out and grab yourself a case today.
What up, though, people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward.
We back.
Another victory show. And this one, the biggest of them all. #1 seed in the NFC for the first time in Detroit Lions history, man. That's amazing. And you know what? They also lock up another NFC North title. That is back-to-back in the black and blue division for the Detroit Lions, led by one Dan Campbell and these offensive, on the offensive side, Ben Johnson. On the defensive side, Aaron Glenn. Both of those guys put up elite performances. 30-plus points again for the Lions on offense, and under 10 points again for the Lions defense for the 4th time this season. And one of those guys who made a very, very impact, we got to highlight him, man. It is Alex Anzalone.
Enzo.
And just to be able to, rehash those stats once again for Alex Anzalone, you're talking about leading the team in total tackles at 7. Came in at 2nd with solo tackles, just behind Kirby Joseph, who was at 4th. Got a pass deflected and also got a QB hit. You're talking about a guy who honestly epitomizes when we talk about there being something that goes beyond just the tangible with this team, there's something intrinsic about the squad. Even with like a Jared Goff, people are looking for the big arm or the mobility, but it's like he's just smarter than you.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Anzalone just knows how to play football. And when you talk about the level of physicality he understands how to bring to be able to play up to that edge, but not go over it to the point that you hear other people crying about it, man. It's been amazing. And before I hear from you about Alex Anzalone, I just want to be able to shout out some of these super chats. Shout out to Justin from North Campus. I see you with the super chat. Two Hand Hutch just gifted 10 Woodward Sports memberships. And I'm going to tell you guys something about this. The new super chat system, I'm telling you, it goes a long way because we are bringing new content to the network, and it's a lot of extra work for people. This is an offering from all of us here. We're getting together to bring it, and people with memberships are the ones that will be able to see this new content from Woodward Wings, Woodward Pistons, Woodward Ringside, On the Reel with Neil, T. Foss, Summer, and myself, along with KG and JB. We got a lot of things that are going to be going on here at Woodward Sports. So I'm telling you guys, those memberships, they are very, very, very valuable.
It's a fact.
Stay on the lookout. It will be popping up. And Doug Durkee, $25 super chat. Talk about this being a Victory Monday show. But Alex
He didn't want to say anything. He just wanted to donate some money.
Hey, I ain't even saying nothing.
Hey, we'll take
here you go. We tell him again.
We'll take it.
I'm telling you, it goes a long way.
Shout out,
It goes
bro.
a long way, man. And you guys want to know what, man? Definitely, chat family, as always, you all are the most important part of this thing. This is amazing to be able to celebrate this with them. And Alex Anzalone, we put out this graphic of him looking like the Winter Soldier because we already know the vibranium arm. This guy,
Yes, sir.
showed the stitches. We saw the cast. I thought, man, put the club on there. He's not even like, nah, man, what?
He a G, bro.
I just got look. Just give me a little. Hey, man, he had an oversized wristband on, oversized
You're right.
sweatband. The way we used to rock him in the Nelly era,
Right,
he
right.
be like that. I'm like, bro,
Oh
are your
my
stitches
God.
even healed
Right,
yet?
just get your throwback jersey, by the
But
way.
he went out there and
Stop.
ball.
Y'all better stop playing.
Yeah. Look, that's JB's era right there.
Yeah.
But
Tell me he wasn't one of the best linebackers in football last night.
no, I've said this before, but I need to apologize again because when the Lions first re-signed Alex Anzalone, I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, he was solid for us before, but what are they really thinking? Like, is he really the long-term answer at linebacker? And from that day, he has shut me the fuck up. So Alex Anzalone, I gotta apologize again, man, because what you have brought to this team, the level of leadership, and I think that's the biggest quality that Alex Anzalone brings, aside from the fact that he's improved his play every single year. I mean, he's better in coverage. He's stout in the run game. Whatever you ask him to do, wherever you place him on the field, his sideline to sideline speed, just everything that he does for this Lions defense from a physical standpoint, he's improved every single year. But it's the leadership, bro. It's the fact that you got a certified green dot linebacker back there. And when he's back there, the defense just seems more calm. They seems like they get to their spots a little bit more. We talked about Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell looked a lot more natural. And don't get me wrong, he was great stepping in that role for Alex Anzalone, being that lead linebacker. But with him being back and pushing Jack Campbell back to that secondary linebacker position, he's been absolutely great. He just looks so much more comfortable last night.
And Cranes for breakfast with the $5 super chat. He said Jack keeping the green dot last night showed us something amazing. It allowed Enzo to play completely free. Our favorite father of two showed out. And I do think that supports a lot of what you're saying, because I don't know who had the green dot necessarily last night, but I do know that having Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone together is not just better from a standpoint of their skill set. These guys, it just seemed like there was a confidence boost. Like Jack Campbell just looked like, yo, I got my big bro with me now.
Yes, sir.
Not that he can't handle things on his own, but it just looks so much different. And that's why I did like the reference that the legend T. Foss used on Woodward Remain this morning of saying, you know what, Jack Campbell's had to play Batman. And there was, if you know the comics, there was even a time when Dick Grayson had to go and put on the Batman suit.
Yes, sir.
But we understand that Batman's Batman, Robin's Robin, and they are better together. And what do? They bludgeon people with their bare hands. That's what we saw them do. When it comes down to, hey, listen, this is bare knuckles, who are you? And what we saw last night is that the Detroit Lions are made that way and is led by guys like Alex Anzalone. I asked this morning, like, have we ever seen really one player into a situation and mean that much? And you talk about the fact that you got like a Rasheed Wallace when he entered the 2004 Pistons, and we understand the type of player he was beforehand, so we knew he's going to make a difference. But just that one piece turned them from a good team to they were absolutely dominant. It changed everything, even though they already had a Ben Wallace here. And so when I saw Alex Anzalone hit last night, it was like, yo, it seems like we have absolutely no problems in the linebacker unit anymore. And a lot of the things that had tripped us up prior no longer was. Zach Soap, $9.99 super chat. My favorite play was Hawkinson, $17 million a year, not catching a touchdown after you talked about shutting up Lions fans. And Zadarius Smith's sack was also another one. And shout out to the crew, man. Our elite booth, we got Cavassier Chase in the sound booth today. Woodward Sports MVP JB Smooth in the TD booth. Hey, bro, in the TD booth. On a Victory Monday.
Big titties.
Fired up. You already know me and KG.
Tego bitties.
That dude Justin in the building. And hey, summertime walked in. Just in time. Hey, show him your kicks real quick. Can you show him the kicks? Lions down from head to toe. She, just believe us, she got the Lions shoes on. Hey,
swagged out.
Yeah, you want to say something real quick, just for Victory Monday? I know you weren't here at the beginning, but just talk your talk real quick before KG breaks down a little bit more about this Enzo.
Well, let me just say that the Detroit Lions, they're built for this.
Damn right.
Victory Monday, like, no team can beat them. Like, they're just too good. And it's so great to have Alex Anzalone back because he definitely brought the defense back to life. And it was so evident yesterday. Just an all-around effort. So happy.
Pumped. Oh, hey, let me get a Detroit versus everybody for the people, Summer.
Wait, say it again?
Let me get a Detroit versus everybody for the people.
Detroit versus everybody?
Let's rock. Hey, let's rock. Hey, Crabs for breakfast, $5 super chat.
They are flowing in.
One, man. I'm fired up, man.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Neil from last night. Hawk with 27 feet and the same amount of touchdowns this year as me.
It is funny because Neil was right. Listen, Neil, I'm going to give you what you want today. You were right, bro. You said the whole time it was Sam Darnold, bro. What do we got to worry about?
And he said that the Lions wide receiver room was better than the Vikings wide receiver room.
They
there were
looked better
some
last
Lions
night.
fans who were coming into the chat saying, y'all need to be, don't be so cocky. Like, even another content. Why are y'all being like this?
Right.
But I keep telling y'all, we tipped the cap to the Vikings and said that they would be one of these better teams. I stated that they would pose the biggest threat to the Lions. Stop acting like we're disrespecting them. It's on y'all who don't understand what the Lions are to the point that you're underselling what they are.
Bingo.
You're underestimating them. You're disrespecting them. And they showed that last night. That's why I said, you know what? If this is the team that I thought could get back, could win a Super Bowl, that's why I said early on, they're going to house a lot of teams. How many blowouts do they have on the season? How many teams under 17 points? 11 games you're holding teams to 20. Let me just make sure I'm saying it right. 11 games on this season, dog. You have held teams to 20 or fewer points, 8 teams to 17 or fewer, 4 teams to 9 or fewer. That just doesn't happen in football, but they're doing it.
Hey, we done told you, man. But listen, it just takes a want to. And the Lions' will to win is just something like I've never seen as a Lions fan. You can't break them. And last night, it just took a little more. You wanted it more than the Vikings did, bro. And you went out there and proved that. And this next 2 weeks is going to be huge. We already got Anzo back. And I know we was talking about him. But it's just it's so calming when you know
Bro,
what
just
you're
talk about whatever you want to.
but just to bring it back to him real quick, it's just so calming when you know what you're gonna get out of a player, man. And to get him back in this lineup, you know the guys was feeding off that. You saw Hutch on the sideline, man. That had to be a confidence boost for them. He's back there, he's walking, he's fired up with
Montgomery.
the team. Man, Monty on the sideline as well, man. They went out there and got that number 1 seed, bro, because they knew what it meant. They knew that with these 2 weeks of rest, that they can get a lot of reinforcements back. And listen, you're not gonna get everybody, but the fact that the Lions have everything that they need, bro. They have more than enough to win the NFC, and they have what they need to win a Super Bowl.
We talked about this. If the defense can if they're better than last year and last night, they looked really good. This wasn't a notion of even comparing it to last year. Comparing what we saw last night to any last year's defense after
Not
they got
even
banged
close.
up, it's not even close. You talking about if you're bringing that into the playoffs, you better hope that you can confuse Jared Goff and the Lions for 3 quarters, not for maybe a quarter. You have to confuse them the whole game because you're going to get boat race. There are fans that have complained, and when you look at it, and then when you hear, well, they're number 1 in offense in terms of points per game, it's just like, dang. And they're not even going out there and playing up to the potential. When they did, what were people saying? They were crying, wow, they're running up the score on teams. Wow, why are they going out there and doing that? Why are they blowing plays against the Bears? Everybody has a problem with it when they go out there and they run rough shot, and then they have a little bit of hiccup, and a hiccup is 30 points for them.
Yep.
That's wild.
Hey, Byron Murphy, that's why they talk about us.
That man talked about
Byron Murphy.
Call him out. He talk about playing the celebrations in Detroit before this game. Get out of our city.
The next time you ask why the media is talking about the Lions and not y'all last night was why.
What diddle dance was Cam Bynum trying to do last night?
Yep, right.
Talking about it 2 weeks ahead of time.
Right.
That man, what disrespect.
We was in their heads,
Don't
but that should have told us then, bro. 3 weeks out and they was already talking about us. The Lions just line up and play who's ever on the schedule that particular week. We wasn't thinking about them. We have a stranglehold on this division now. 5-1 3 years ago, 4-2 last year, and now 6-0, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Amazing to see that this team has swept multiple divisions this season, including their own. That's crazy. And honestly, they had an opportunity to get the Bills, and they would have swept another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely wild. And when you look at it, 2 losses on the season. I know, Chase, you were the closest with your prediction, man. And honestly, when you look at it, this team we won't even play the ifs game. They got the number 1 seed. That's all that matters. I don't even care about the matters. They earned this. They deserve
They wanted
this.
it more.
They didn't get lucky. We saw a squad that didn't overcome last night. They went out there and dictated on both sides of the ball. That's what's crazy. I didn't understand that they had that type of a masterclass in them on defense, but they did. You know what, Kavasi Chase? I just see you in there. His face just sometimes.
You're right.
Just talk. Just put it on the
Pastor
camera.
Kavasi.
Just let him. That's what that is. When I see that face, that's the. We need to get that song. We need to get that in there so we can play that clip. Kavasi, just talk, bro.
I mean, hey, shout out my dad. He's always reminding me every week. He's like, man, you're looking like you might be right. Your record prediction. Every week he's telling me. He's just reminding me. He's like, you've been locked in. You've never wavered, on your beliefs in this team. He's like, you've been in the trenches the whole time. And, he's happy for not just the team, but, for the belief. He's came out to a few of the watch parties.
Yep.
He's
Shout
come
out Pops, man.
He's come by the studio one time on Thanksgiving and
yep,
stuff.
I remember.
I mean, he's super excited, not just for myself, me being his son, but just for all of us to be part of this and to, be engaged. He's probably listening right now. Shout out again, Dad. Shout out to the guys at Seymour Ford. He's being a friend, telling a friend all the time. So, I mean, I just think back, on this Lions prediction and going game by game, just thinking they're going to win every game. It's just it feels good, man,
Yeah, and you know what, though? It was like you too, though. When we go in a vacuum is where I started to really disagree with mine. I had them down for, I believe, 3 losses or maybe 3 or 4. And then when you go game by game, you see, how this team is molded. It's just no, that's just wrong.
We got to yourself. Yeah, when you ask the question who do you take in a game, the Lions versus this team? Every single time, if you think about it logically, the answer is the Lions. Let me go to our voice. Let
me go to our voice of reason on that first. Let me see, because you are our bar king, but we do have a voice of reason. Voice of reason is Kavasi Chase right on that.
Kavasi Chase is 100% right.
Ding,
on
ding,
that.
ding. Chase GPT.
Come on.
He was ready
rang
too.
His own bell.
Yeah, right. He was ready.
Oh man, you know what? We got a lot more to talk about, including Jahmyr Gibbs.
We
got to highlight a little bit more of Amik Robertson, the bully. You know what? Friend of the network too. We just put that out there. We got to highlight just what this number one seed means for them, man. They get to go and rest. I told T. Foss this morning, I'm hoping that they got their vacations booked for the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take you a little bit of a break.
Yep.
And seeing Aiden Hutchinson just walk around, it's like, just get to the Super Bowl. Just get to the Super Bowl.
He might do it. He might do it.
Paul Thomas, $10 super chat. Just an observation. I've ever seen Amon-Ra shut down complete. I've never seen Amon-Ra shut down complete. Jefferson was made a non-factor in shutdown. I'm just saying.
It's a fact.
Hey,
shout out Paul Thomas.
Let's rock, man. Let's get into this next segment. Let's say hello to some friends first.
Woodward in Maine.
Hey, Woodward in Maine in the pre-show. And listen, before you tuned in to Wake Up Woodward, you saw my boy Kool-Aid up here. You saw the legend Terry Foster get his Lions chain. He is on the Lions bandwagon. So what's stopping you at this point? Listen, we got the best Lions coverage in the damn city, the state, and maybe even the whole world, Craig. And it starts with Woodward in Maine. Hey, Detroit, on game day. Wake up with Woodward in Maine, man. Your source for all the Lions inside information. Big shout out to Matt Broder as well, who is on vacation, but he'll be back soon, just in time for the playoffs, man. And you got, after you do Woodward in Maine, bro, you know you got to tap in to the pregame show. And in Sam Flandel's voice, you got these two guys up here with their O faces. Y'all already know what time it is. Thank you, JB. Thank you. Every time they suit up, bro, they gonna give you a prediction, and it's just gonna be right, bro, because that's how good the show is. Shout out Sean Belegian, shout out Neil Rule. 10 to 12 every single Lions game day on Detroit's #1 sports network. Y'all know what it is by now. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward in Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Taylor Rooks would never.
On these breaks, I'm telling you right now. I just broke some news to them that they didn't even know about. But anyway, I gotta tell you guys about Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Scan that QR code on the screen. Use code word Woodward1000. Deposit up to $1,000, and all you have to do is place a minimum of a $20 bet. And you know what? If it doesn't hit, they will throw it right back into your account. But you know what? You're gonna hit anyway. You would have hit last night if you took the Lions money line, or if you took the Lions minus 2.5. You still would have hit. It doesn't matter. Caesar Sportsbook has you covered, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports.
James, we take the chore out of getting a haircut on late.
I'm not gonna lie, we need that leather today. We need that hot leather today.
That's what I was about to say. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, a relaxing scalp massage, my favorite, that hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Yeah, I don't know where they put the towel, but you can get it. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady J's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Oh,
woo! Man, another
y'all got Kool-Aid hot.
$20 super chat. He says, forgot to include this message before. Shout out to my late father, Gary, for making Lions fans out of his 8 sons. And now my 2 sons, David and Steven. We are celebrating with him in spirit today.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
If you guys rest in peace, you guys have your moments, your how much this really means, that this win means, let us know. Because some people can say it's just sports, but I'm sorry, it's what I remember at Thanksgiving. It's what I remember my grandfather teaching me about. It's what my pops working tough. But them Sundays, look. Sundays and Pistons games, man. Lions and Pistons games. My dad made sure we had those moments. And so it's like, look, it means a lot to me. And to be able to have that moment, my son last night, it meant a lot.
I was just about to say that. You know, we was talking before the show. The fact that your son will know the Lions as a winning football organization. I went 30 years without that, bro. I went 30 years. My pops, rest in peace, man. He was alive. He was born in 45, so he got to see he got to listen to the Lions be a winning organization pre-Super Bowl. But ever since then, it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. My pops prayed for days like this, bro, just to have a regular season like this. And now we look up, we the number 1 seed, first time ever,
1 seed,
swept the division. Come on, bro. You can't tell me shit about this team no more.
We didn't back into it. We took it. Like Dan Campbell was like, "Come on, guys, why y'all worry? Like, what? 14-2, all the stakes. This is awesome." As if Dan Campbell knew. I know who we are. Do y'all keep forgetting who we are? We keep doing this week after 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 week. It's a victory Monday, and I'm just on one right now.
I think that 49ers game last year was the best thing that ever happened to them, because that they was already ascending, they was already good, but that gave them the extra kick in the ass. Like, no, we need to give more. What is their slogan? It takes more, and that's what you saw last night. It just takes a little bit more, dog.
And that's what's amazing about seeing these people, these other teams, like their players cry and things of that nature, because Jahmyr Gibbs, we got to talk about Sonic. We got to talk about Mr. like, my word, like team MVP type stuff that he's putting up. You talk about 170 yards from scrimmage last night, 30. Let me see here. We'll start with the receiving. 5 catches, 31 yards. Mind you, I told you guys he's number 4 in the Lions in receiving, and 1 touchdown. And then 23 carries, 139 yards. Another one where he gets 6 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns, man.
I'm ready for times like these.
Goodness gracious, Jahmyr Gibbs. You talk about a weapon. I said, Weapon X. I know that there's some other players that have been associated with that. This guy's a glitch, bro. He's a special effects.
He went Al Bundy.
He's a special effects.
4 touchdowns in 1 game. He went Paul Kai, JB's fantasy team name.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, this guy was electric as soon as he gets just any little bit of daylight. Like Stick told us, hey, when you guys enter here, this is a foot in the door deal. Bust the door open and just take what you want. I see people like Kavasi Chase doing that. I seen KG do that. I seen that dude Justin do that. Summer's here to take it all. And you know who we keep seeing do that on the football field? Jahmyr Gibbs. Every little bit of opportunity, any little bit of daylight. And you know what I loved about him too? He ain't complaining about the physicality of the game.
No.
You talk about getting your bell rung. My man got knocked. You saw him.
Van Ginkel laid him out, bro.
And they don't like to show that type of, like, they don't like to linger. You'll see them pop up and limp to the field and then linger. He lingered, so you know that he was feeling that. But Jahmyr Gibbs is a guy who just continues to transcend anything that I thought that he could do. Because up to that point, we hadn't really seen him take even hits like that. And in the way that he responded after, It was just like
They woke him
man.
up.
They woke him up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. They call him Mr. Gibbs for a reason, bro. And listen to this stat right here. The only players, shout out to Detroit Lions PR, by the way. The only players in NFL history to produce a season with at least 1,900 scrimmage yards, 16 rushing touchdowns, and 4 receiving touchdowns. At number 4, O.J. Simpson. Rest in peace, man. We all know about the white Bronco and all that mess. Shout out Mass. At number 3, Marshall Faulk in 2000. At number 2, David Johnson in 2016. And at number 1, it is that man, 2'6", Jahmyr Gibbs, bro.
You talk about new modern day Nelly, new era Nelly.
Hey, he might be.
Literally new era. They said new era, caps off, but yeah.
Listen, man, I don't want to put him as the best running back just yet, because that's kind of undermining the season that Saquon Barkley had. And listen, I know we all as fans are, excited for what Gibbs is giving us, as you should be.
Yeah.
But I think last night was a statement. He let the league know that, hey, going from here on forward, I'm a top 5 running back in this league.
Oh, yeah.
Undoubtedly,
he's a problem.
Unquestioned. Like, the stats are there. He's becoming a more complete back before our eyes. Not just what he can do out the backfield, but he can kill you on the outside. If he has to run through the A or the B gap, he can kill you there too. And just the speed on this man. Like, I've often said that speed is the NFL's most coveted skill, and he has it in spades. You cannot stop him. Once he hits that second gear, it's over. And I haven't seen anything like that since Barry Sanders. And
really?
We got to just start being real about
and
it.
Since Barry Sanders, the Lions PR said Jahmyr Gibbs is the second running back in franchise history to record 4 touchdowns in a single game, joining who? Barry Sanders. Wow. November 24th, 1991 was the last time this was done. That is absolutely amazing.
But this is the comparisons that we putting him next to. And I know we keep Barry sacred because he is the best running back of all time. But if Jahmyr Gibbs continues at this pace, oh my God, he's only in year 2.
You know,
think
more
about
stats
that.
About Jahmyr?
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs has produced 100+ scrimmage yards and a touchdown in 4 straight games, tying a single season franchise record.
Wow.
Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the thing. I think what makes people very, very bullish about him. Just one more stat for you. Jahmyr Gibbs joins Billy Sims as the only player in franchise history to produce a season with at least 1,300 rushing yards and 500 receiving yards. Like, it's just so many different things that he did last night. Franchise record, 18th touchdown on the season for Jahmyr Gibbs. Just continue to do it all night.
Hey, I know this is random. I know we talking about Jahmyr Gibbs right now, but we gonna talk about Jared Goff. So
We're getting there.
We're gonna talk about Jared Goff.
Jared
yeah,
Goff.
Yeah,
we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get there later in the show.
Jared Goff. Seriously, man, thank you.
His name
for the vision stick.
Shout out to Jared.
Hey, it works.
Horrible game, but we did it.
At least you can
horrible
admit
by
it.
his standards.
Yeah, by his standard.
Come on.
Goodness gracious,
wow,
man.
it works.
Feeling good, guys. Just feeling good.
Feeling great.
We can celebrate. I give us 3 days, then it's on to the next one.
You damn right.
That's it. So enjoy 3 days of just having fucking fun at the Vikings' expense.
Love it.
Sam Darnold. That's who they said was gonna do it, dude. like his whole career wasn't enough to prove to Vikings fans that Sam Darnold was going to be Sam Darnold in the end. 18 of 41, 166 yards.
We done told you.
18 of
talk about it.
We done told
Go
you.
back and watch the post-game show from last night. I knew he had a bad game. It was like, okay, this guy's missing some targets. But when I saw the stats in print, I literally fell on the fucking floor laughing. 18 of 41, and this was supposed to be the guy.
With the yips all night,
It
too.
reminds me of that scene in Troy where they come in and the little brother tries to come out and fight the real warrior. And it's like, this is the guy? Yeah. This is who you left me for?
You know what?
Paris
And
versus
fuck you,
Menelaus.
TJ Hawkinson.
Stick.
Eat a dick.
Stick. Oh! Stick, he's still mad. He's not listening to me.
Jesus.
Stick, come back, Stick.
Jesus.
Listen, we need an update, all right? You got the commercial already where you were looking for the one, but now you found the one. I think we need a new commercial. You found the one both on the football field and in real life. I think it's time for a new commercial, brother.
Okay, we can do that.
We're going to have to do this, man. Shout out to Jared Goff. We do got to talk about that because this offense, man, you talk about continuing to break records, and who's the leader of that? Jared Goff. I am not going to sit here and talk about maybe a couple games where he put up some interceptions, because when he turned it around, we all knew what it was. It was game over. Night for the Minnesota Vikings, man. And just Jahmyr Gibbs. Hey, Summer, I know you got the opportunity as well to talk to him and that dude. Justin, though, I want to hear from you first, and then want to get Summer's perspective on Jahmyr Gibbs too. What up, though, that dude, Justin?
I just want to put it into perspective on how good Jahmyr Gibbs is and why he has a claim to being the best running back in the NFL.
Product placement, you know.
Perfect product placement, I think. But the best running back in the NFL. To put it in perspective, Christian McCaffrey in his second season with the Carolina Panthers, he put up 1,800 yards. You know what Jahmyr Gibbs did this year? 1,900 yards.
Wow.
More touchdowns on less touches. That is how good Jahmyr Gibbs is. He is as good, or if not better, than prime CMC on less touches. Now let that sink in on how good Jahmyr Gibbs is.
He's in year 2.
That's great. Shout out to me, Panther, a Vikings fan. He's been really cool. The week of, he got really in his trash talk bag, and I give him that because he's been really cool up to this point. And during the week of, that is what it is. We trash talk, he trash talk. He's right back here too, so I definitely want to shout him out.
Big shout out for all the Vikings fans that came into our chat and took their medicine. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, man.
It's not a lot of them.
That's just why I was looking for him. Stick is always saying, man on the street content is where I really started to make a name here. And Stick, I brought the mic this morning. I was looking for Vikings fans.
Yeah.
They didn't show
Rodney
up this
Goated. Funny boy Roddy. Where y'all at? Where they at?
Summer,
Tyler Jonas.
you got the opportunity to sit down and talk to Sonic and Knuckles, man, and just Jahmyr Gibbs, the aura. You know what is it when you talk to him? Can you tell that he knows, or is it just this complete, it's just masked by the humility? Because he just seems like a dude who's down to earth. He's trying to have fun. I see him doing stuff like on social media. I'm like, man, this is the killer? And it's an interesting vibe, man, but just talk to me real quick.
Yeah, definitely is brotherly love between him and Demo for sure. And at 22 years old, he's achieved so much. And it's just, I just can't wait to see him even do even more. Like yesterday, after I saw the second touchdown, I'm like, oh yeah, he's going for more. It's like no stopping him.
It's no stopping him at all, man, especially with the fact that whenever anyone's asked about their performance, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, they instantly start talking about everybody else around them. He said, oh no, man, we got to give that credit to the offensive line. And then I know even the Lions, their account posted one of the record-setting or the record-tying touchdown, and the caption is a lot of options, but we chose to go with the Hall of Fame with the record-breaking one, and that is an amazing thing. Just looking at the play, there's a lot of people open, but how special Jahmyr Gibbs is, the fact that we can get him this record, we can depend on this, we can force our way, we can dictate this thing. That to me is what makes this team so special. You can do things to try and kind of knock them off their stride a little bit, but it's just once they figure out what's going on, it's as if this team is it's almost like first you're running in sand, and then someone just instantly put concrete underneath their feet, and then it was just instantly like, whoa, is it really like 24-9?
Yes, sir.
Like in just a heartbeat. It was just like, let's go.
Life comes at you fast.
Hey, let's get into another segment, man, where we can talk a little bit about Jared Goff and Ben Johnson in this offense overall, because we definitely have to say shout out to Jameson Williams and kind of highlight the season that these guys have had.
Hey, you know who I'm shouting out. My boy Sam, man.
I know.
That jersey better be purchased. As a matter of fact, we're going to get him together when he come back. Don't even worry about it. We're going to take him down to John U, get him together.
Oh, yep. And keep those. We see the super chats coming in. Continue to smash that like button. Y'all are already about to breeze through the first goal I set in the chat. Can we go 100 over that? Maybe 200 over that. Let's show them, because we know that the other fans out there, they enter our chat. Let's show them how Detroit does. We got a whole lot of people in here. Let's get those likes to match. BD3 Thought Criminal says, no one has mentioned how MCDC twicey nicey on the challenges. Hey, you know what? He did, man. Shout out to just the chat family. I'm just kind of overwhelmed by how many people are here, how many people are just giving their comments, how many people are just fired up about what went down this weekend.
1,300 strong, bro. We appreciate each and every one of y'all.
And you know what's even crazier? I even see people in here talking about the Pistons, and I know we're going to talk about them tomorrow. We're going to talk about them on Woodward Pistons as well. Shout out to Rod Beard. He had a birthday come up, and he took some time off for himself.
Yeah, big shout out, man.
So shout out to Rod Beard. Does a lot for all of us, but we will talk about that. But if you do if you do want us to be able to really take a segment to talk about it, hey, I'm telling you, $20 super chat on the Pistons. Ask for it, and we will make sure at the end of the segment we will give it to you.
We got to get them love too. Go ahead.
Speaking of Pistons super chats, Dante151 threw one in there earlier. I think we were just getting hyped up about the Lions, but he put $20 on the Pistons money line tonight against the Trailblazers. He's saying Detroit's keeping the win streak rolling.
Oh, and they're honoring Chauncey. Yep, and they're honoring Chauncey Billups tonight as well.
Yep.
It's the induction. It's Hall of Fame induction honoree. So you get a Chauncey Billups bobblehead, and they also have a capsule. If you buy the capsule, which has a something to commemorate, a hoodie, a commemorative hoodie, and a commemorative Big Shot T-shirt.
The same shirt
also
that
get a
DJ
Hall of Fame card.
The same shirt DJ High Def Steph had on in studio.
Oh, ironic, High Def Steph. We see you, brother, in the chat. $4.99 super chat. He says Jared Goff had a bad game and has no memory. That's his superpower. Donald turned back into a pumpkin, like he said he would. That was his preseason. That was his prediction pregame. He said those Ford Field lights was way too bright. Let's go.
That crowd was too loud too.
DJ High Def Stuff. He is the Pistons official DJ, and he will be back with the WUW Crew soon. Every Friday he's booked, and now it's just, hey, brother, when you feeling like it, just come on in and hang out, man.
You member of the family. He know that.
Definitely a member of the family, man. And so, look, we definitely, if we get that $20 super chat on the Pistons, we will give them the last 10 minutes of the show because they do deserve it. Usually on Victory Mondays, it's a situation where we go just Lions wall to wall, especially for what this one meant. Like even what's trending is going to wind up getting pushed. But Terrell FL, $5 super chat. He said he brought his black Gibbs jersey before the game and then 4 touchdowns.
Beautiful.
6-0 in the division is the business. LFGO, Detroit versus... Wait, no. We got Detroit. Hey, Summer, tell them. We got Detroit versus everybody.
Detroit versus everybody.
Let's rock,
And how about instant return on investment? Instant return on investment.
Fanatics, give me my Gibbs jersey. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. I wanted to wear it last night.
My man over there going through withdrawal right now.
Right.
But, hey, listen, before we get into this next segment, I'm going to tee this up, and we'll talk about it on the other side of the break. The Lions have set a single-season record for the most total net yards passing the previous record of 67-13, man. That is amazing. This offense, and in the graphic, they have Ben Johnson and they have Jared Goff. We got to make sure we highlight those guys ahead in the next segment. What friends we got to say what up, though, to, brother?
We got to say what up to Jars real quick. And then I'll also shout out the super chats as well, too, because Chase said it before. Shout out to Dante151. $4.99 super chat. I'm so fired up. I put $20 on the Pistons money line against the Trailblazers tonight. Let's freaking go. Pistons will continue that winning streak. And also shout out to Mikael Dunlap in the super chat as well, too. $9.99. I was told Ja was a bad pick. I don't see those people anymore. Ja is him. Hey, can't complain there either. But let me tell you guys about Jars Cannabis. All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of recreational cannabis products. They've got 27 locations. Oh, you can't even see my face. What am I doing?
Y'all want to see my face?
But anyway, Jars is home to Michigan's largest line of recreational cannabis products. They got 27 locations right now, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby you. And don't fret, because Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, and Milan, Michigan, they're all getting one. Get ready, new stores are coming your way soon. It's Jars Cannabis. You want to get high?
Hell yeah.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Fuel that Lions fandom, especially this Victory Monday. Oh my gosh, with the perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Whether you're gearing up for a big game or saving a quiet morning or celebrating Victory Monday with WUW Crew, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to www.sabbathcoffeeroasters. Use code Woodward. You know we got the hookup. Oh yeah, always. It gets you 25% off your first subscription order. Awaken and wine. Support local and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
And listen, if y'all trying to move closer to downtown so you can already be down there for the parade, we understand. And Mark White understands too, bro. Dreaming of a new home, but feeling that financial pinch. I know we all is, man. But Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay for up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said 5 G's, 5 racks, however you want to say it, man. That's a lot of money. Call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesales.com. Again, that's called Mark White today, 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true. My boy.
Shout out to Freddie. I love this chat family, dog, because as we were sitting here and we're looking at Freddie Felt with the Sonic hat. Shout out to Jameer Gibbs. Dante151 as well sends in that Pistons super chat. End of the show. We'll save those last 10 minutes for you. Hey, Kool-Aid, who should Pistons look at in the trade market before the trade deadline? I know one person I want no part of, and that is one Mr. Jimmy Butler. I feel like he's becoming a toxic player that you don't want on your team. We will revisit that at 9:50 stat. We got to go back to it. So that means we got to do two things here really, really quickly. We might have to just go ahead and open up the lines now. But I want to be able to talk a little bit about just how good this Lions offense is. Ben Johnson and Jared Goff. We understand some of the stats, but do you understand all of the records that went off? The only player in NFL history to complete at least 72% of his passes and throw for more than 4,500 passing yards in a season? Lions quarterback Jared Goff. And we know that his jersey found its way into the Hall of Fame this season because of why? A perfect game. And we've seen how many halves of perfection. How many times is he starting off the game perfect? I'll deal with a few interceptions here and there because mistakes happen. But overall, Jared Goff is just, you see this. These are season-ending things. You see who he is, not just in the vacuum, but overall. Jared Goff produced his 9th game of the season with a completion percentage of 75%. Passing who? Tom Brady, who had 8 in 2007 for the most in a season in NFL history. These aren't just Lions records. This is NFL history. The only players in NFL history to produce a season with at least 1,900 scrimmage yards and 16 rushing touchdowns and 4 receiving touchdowns. Lions running back, and I know you said this earlier, Jameer Gibbs. And we can just keep going down the line. Do you know how busy the Lions PR was last night? They scored 564 points this year.
I was all on their page.
Most in a season, 70 touchdowns this season, tying the 2011 Packers and the 1984 Dolphins for the 4th most in a season history. Like, I can keep going down. They set so many different records. Jake Bates was, just for a special team shout out, single season leader record, single season He scored the most points
of course
in a single season in Lions history, passing one legend, Jason Hanson. And I can go down and down and down and down and down the list, man.
We didn't talk about the 1,000-yard brothers.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about them.
Guy Face said, you said $20 for Pistons talk, not $19.99. Dante 151, he's who this promotion is named after. He gets the push on those types of things.
Yep.
But man, there's so many more that I can say. Do you know how many stats? Because I know you saw the page too. Do you know how many different things they broke?
There's so many.
Ben Johnson and Jared Goff, man. Either one of those players or people that you want to talk about first. But that pairing, man, that is peanut butter and jelly.
No, it's been great ever since they came together. And I always give Ben Johnson credit because I think where Sean McVay messed up with Jared Goff is that he wanted Jared Goff to fit his system. And Ben Johnson tore it down to the studs. Hey, Jared Goff, let's figure out what you do well and let's build an offense around that. And ever since then, they have just been, like you said, peanut butter and jelly, man. It's like perfect symmetry between those guys. And last night, you just felt like it was a matter of time before this offense was going to wake up. You can say what you want about the interceptions. Look, was the second interception bad? Sure. Yeah, I mean, he was trying to get Jamo deep and just completely missed him. The first one, I don't necessarily blame him. He had pressure coming at him. All he had to do was loft it just a teensy bit more, and then Craig Reynolds was off to at least 20 yards right there. So listen, man, Jared Goff, for what he does for this offense, like, he is the unquestioned leader. He is a guy that goes out there, he never gets rattled. You notice he threw 2 interceptions, but he came right back. And the play that impressed me the most is that after he threw that interception, I think it was coming towards the end of the half, they had 20 seconds left to get down the field. And what did they do? Jared Goff lines up one, right to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They get down the field. They get the field goal before the half, and it's 10-6.
And you could tell that the offense, you could tell like they figured it out.
Yep, and they never looked back from that point on, man. They never looked back. So, I mean, we talk about Jared Goff like in so many different ways. The completion percentage numbers that you brought up, man, like, he's doing what it's a lost art in the NFL. I almost like to say is that accuracy is something that, you know, we not frown upon, but we kind of take for granted, man. And the fact that he can go out there, he can execute an offense, he can make any throw that you ask him to make. And listen, I don't care how they look, he gets the ball there, and 9 times out of 10 it's accurate.
Sometimes they're spirals, sometimes they're ducks, but like you said,
they always
all of them are accurate.
Hey, I may not always be home when you call, but I'm always on time, man. And Jared Goff is just that guy, man. Shout out Chase. What you got, bro?
I was gonna say, like, he got called a civilian when he was off the field, but we know once he steps in between those white lines, he rips it open, and you see the S on his chest. He's Superman for these Lions.
Hey, let's go. And that was honestly the thing that popped off on socials as well. I saw I forget which player. I think it might have been either Amon-Ra or Jahmyr Gibbs. They actually used our that photo that we created, the image of Jared Goff as Superman as a part of one of their slides. So
nice.
It's dope to see them tapped into socials. It's dope to see them tapped into the shows as well. And we understand also on the basketball side of things too. It's dope to see those guys all tapped into what we're trying to do, and that means that they're also then watching this chat family too. We know guys like Ashton the trainer, Cousin McKay Cunningham, and NBA trainer to multiple NBA players. You have to understand, like Anthony Black and others. To see those people here in this chat and to see just how much this means to them. Coming here as new people, it is absolutely electric. And you know what? That energy is that they're all feeding off of, including a guy like Terry Arnold, who I know he went out the game, it looked bad for a minute, and everyone's heart sank for the Rook, because you talk about a guy who called his shot and went out there and absolutely put on, I think, his best game of the season.
Without a doubt.
Against a wide receiving core that we were told was going to come in here and really have its way with our depleted defense. But shout out to Sub-Zero. This is somebody that you've been ahead of the curve on.
I delivered this to you.
All of our draft coverage go back. Broder and KG did an amazing job. And the two-step, the alley-oop that you guys did of you saying, hey, guys, Terry Arnold is one of those guys to look at. Broder was like, you know what, KG, you're right. And then when Broder got down and dirty on draft night, trying to be a Johnny on the spot to figure some things out, he came back and said, guys, they are willing to even trade up for TA. It's TA. Yeah, it was amazing, man. Just talk about your guy, son.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all. If you watch the footage, you are not surprised by what he did last night. He went out there and he plays like he always plays. And listen, it's not always perfect because he is still a rookie. He is still learning. But in terms of man coverage, what they ask him to do and what this system is built off of, he has never failed, man. Yes, there has been plays here and there where he either misread the coverage or he just got beat. But the fact that he has hit the ground running, I think, is something that we really take for granted as Lions fans. The corner position is the toughest turnaround in the NFL, man. But Terrion Arnold, coming from that Alabama system, well coached already, man. He came in and he has fit this AG system like a glove. And this is why I wanted him to move up for somebody like that, because AG needed more pieces that fit the system that he was trying to create. The system that we saw, maybe fail in that NFC Championship game last year. A big part of that was the secondary. Yeah. They had a bottom of the league secondary last year. And that has absolutely changed this year, even with the injuries. That's the key. Carlton Davis goes down. TA still balling. Amik still balling. And I got to give a shout out to Brad Holmes for addressing what was the biggest need on this team last year. So, man, TA, keep doing what you do, bro. You already know the Woodward Sports, we love you over here, bro. You can't do no wrong over here, man. Sub-Zero, keep going out there, keep balling. He going to have 2 weeks. I promise you he'll be ready by that playoff game.
Randall Smalls, $5 super chat. Great coverage all year, guys. Love being part of this family. They feed off all of us fans' energy. And you know what? They say it. And sometimes it sounds like, oh, no, just go out there and be professional athletes. And it's like, listen, the professional part is the fact that they dedicate their lives to the round-the-clock grind. But the component of it that fans do bring to the table is they motivate. I don't care what anybody says. I'm telling you, just even being in my lowly walk through basketball lives, in which my highlights are still on VHS tape, it still mattered when the fans showed up. It mattered. I remember when Summit Academy went from like nothing. Nobody was in the gym my first year, bro. Like we had like our parents, and sometimes it was like, oh, we got work late. That was how it was. We was just sitting there like with our coach. But when we started winning, those fans were in there. We got off to a hot start. And when they showed up, I remember a gym was packed for a team we hadn't beat in like 54 years, wow. Baptist Park. And we beat them that night, and the stands were packed the rest of the way. And to feel that energy, just knowing that they're going to be there, it's a completely different vibe. Walking into the gym and they're cheering for you all. It was a crazy vibe. Seeing the media there, like I'm like, oh gosh, newspaper people. Like our team had never seen stuff like that. And so it's like when that hype got there, it was epic. And when you just hear them chanting, there are ways that you go. Like one game, the Baptist Park game, the reason why I called that one out, I broke my thumb before the game.
Damn, really?
I was, shout out, my guy, downtown Deuce. We were actually practicing. He didn't play on the team because of religious observations. And we were practicing because he could hoop. And I reached in to steal and it hit his knee and my hand popped. And the fans were coming in. I was like, I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell the coach, I didn't tell no. I just asked somebody for splint that boy up. The adrenaline going through my body, I didn't feel nothing. After the game, though, it hurt like heck, man. But I'm just saying, like, the way that Detroit fans, you talk about Terrion Arnold, being able to just walk out on stage and seeing all the Detroit during the draft process, screaming his name. And he was like, they were like, yo, are you speechless? He was like, no, this is my new home. Just look at the magnitude of this.
Look at how
Who's ever seen that? 750,000 people, bro.
Thank you. Look at how he was able to handle that. That's a lot of pressure, bro. Getting drafted in the city that you're playing for as the #1 pick at the corner position. How much, bro? We talk about how Jeff Okudah fell off, but that was a lot of pressure being the #3 pick, bro. For Terrion to come in and do what he's done this year, bro, you need to leave this kid alone and let him just be him. Let him play his game.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Let's say what up, though, to some more of our friends and get back to it, because we do have that super chat from Dante151 that we are going to honor.
Where does the money stop with him? I'm just like, Dante, you are the man, dog.
He is the absolute
You are
man.
the man.
Like,
you got Monopoly money or some shit. I don't know.
Shout out to Dante151. We got to find some ways, somehow, VMix him in, get into the show.
Oh, yeah, man.
Send you a care package, something, man. We're going to definitely do something to look out for you.
Sorry about your fantasy season, but
yeah. But you talk about being a trooper and being, being there from start to finish, and that's really the ride that we've taken this season with the Detroit Lions. It's just being there, knowing that it's difficult for teams to get back to these same type of positions, but that our squad did it, man. And now you get this bye week. You get the opportunity to heal up. you get an opportunity to have more players potentially step back out onto that field, like a David Montgomery. We don't know necessarily the timeline with Carlton Davis, if they have to win a game and then they get him back in the next or not. But you have some reinforcements on the way back that I believe are going to take this thing to the roof. Just seeing Aiden Hutchinson and David Montgomery out there was crazy. And they talked about David Montgomery going up to Jahmyr Gibbs after the hit and such, and making sure that he was all right and all that type of stuff. It's like, you know what? I don't know how you even measure that. But I know that right now, everything that's going on around the Lions, everything is turning up 7-7-7s.
Yes, sir. And you got the best coaching staff in the league. I feel like that. And you got extra time to game plan for your next opponent. So you absolutely cannot come out flat. 3 more wins until the job is complete. And I think they know that.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm just going to read this one. Southwest said, AG put belt to tail last night, man. Yes, he did. Who we got to say what up, though, to JB Smooth?
We got to say what up to Soroki's and also 1800 as well too. But I'll read Dante's super chat real quick.
Shout out
to Dante 151 once again. $4.99. Stafford never delivered a #1 seed playoffs for the Lions. Suck a duck, Matthew. Jared Goff is my Lord and Savior. Like I said,
the gospel.
I see what he did there.
It's in the prophecy. It's all in the prophecy.
Because then that means he's referring to Jared Goff. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
Shout out to Dante 151 once again. But let me tell you about
Soroki. Jared Goff.
KG will tell you about 1800. The Sorokis is still continuing on this football season. They're debuting their fresh signature flavored wings. Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add on some fresh wings to that order as well too. Kool-Aid hot back here.
Right. Y'all got Kool-Aid hot.
Look, remember, if you don't have time to stop in store, you can always order online at Sorokis.com. And I don't know if these pair well together, but hey, give it a shot.
JB confirmed. They pair very well, man.
Right.
1800 Tequila is the official tequila Woodward Sports Lions watch parties and the post-game show. You are going to join 1800 Tequila and Woodward Sports for the playoffs, baby. We are live at Hayes Social for every single playoff game all the way up until the Super Bowl, baby. And we are celebrating all those wins with that smooth 1800 Tequila, the Blanca. Y'all know what it is, man. Proud sponsor of your and our Detroit Lions. It's 1800 Tequila, the best taste in tequila. And please, y'all, while y'all celebrating, drink responsibly.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you guys about the most epic way to experience a Detroit Lions game if you're not going to be there, and it is a New Holland Brewing Company watch party. Getting things kicked off at Hayes Social every single Lions game.
It's
and
amazing.
that includes now a playoff. I'm just going to say 2 playoff games and a Super Bowl. That's just it. So if you're not going to be at the games, hey, socials is where you want to be. Get things kicked off with the heavyweights and other, not just Woodward sports personalities, but now chat family members are showing up regularly.
They
we
are.
told y'all this is a platform by fans for the fans, and it was great to see you guys showing up to Hayes Socials. And you guys already know, man. They get to enjoy great food, great drinks, great atmosphere, great environment. Some of you all are a part of when the viral videos and clips go out, you guys are there. And right after that, the post-game show is Stick and Anson. It's been electric now for 3 or 4 seasons. These guys have been dedicated to the grind even when nobody was tuned in. And now that everybody's watching, Stick and Anson are still holding it down. Best post game that you can get, as well as a little bit extra with their relationship, man. It's crazy, man.
It's a crazy relationship.
It's entertaining.
It is.
All of this is available on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports, and is brought to you by Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Your Local Laundry, 1800 Tequila, Soroki's, and Sabbath Coffee. And attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and every Thursday on Ermanni and Edwards, where he's offering you top-notch injury advice. You got to trust the guy that DMAC trusts, because Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. Hey, and we are back. And you know what? We're going to make sure tomorrow is going to be a show that is driven by the phone calls.
Ooh.
Yep, and if you want to cut the line, we do have that opportunity available based on the super chat system, and the Voice of Reason will definitely remind you guys of that on tomorrow. But Dante151, he sent in that super chat. Why? Because we got to talk about another team that has made themselves relevant.
Yes.
They've made themselves one of those squads. When you talk about hearing them talk about grit, you're hearing the Pistons start to use this terminology. And at first, people laughed. They said, nah, you got to go get it first.
Right.
And you know what? You got to start somewhere. And these Detroit Pistons, they right now are doing what they're supposed to do and a little bit more. The dub that they got over the Timberwolves, to me, man, that was one of those kind of gut check, kind of character type wins. 119-105. They also beat the Hornets 98-94.
Yep.
Back-to-back dubs for them to push their record to 17-18
They almost there,
on
bro.
the season. And now they have the Sacrificial Lambs and the Trailblazers pulling up to LCA at 12-22 on Chauncey Billups night. Get this done, because I'm looking at the road ahead, and if they win this game, this thing is set up nicely for the Detroit Pistons to make a nice little run. Winners of 6 of their last 7, 7 of their last 10. They look very, very good. And you know what? We got to kind of save that best for last.
Yeah.
K. Cunningham, all-star that man. And now the conversation
Motor
hasn't
K.
moved to should he be an all-star, but all-NBA conversation. That's where we are with him right now. He outdueled. I don't care about the point game. He outdueled and got the dub for the Detroit Pistons against Ant-Man Anthony Edwards. K. Cunningham, just to put this in perspective, 40 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 of 8 from 3, 15 of 29 from the field goals, man. K. Cunningham was
amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And now the Detroit Pistons, just so you guys get a feel for where they are right now in the standings, they are just a half game behind the Pacers and Atlanta Hawks for the top postseason positioning, for the top play-in spot at number 7. And they are just 1 game behind the free-falling Miami Heat.
Oh, yeah.
The Orlando Magic have also
They
dropped a
taking a
couple
dive.
different spots too. Those teams from Florida, hey, Detroit, they're right on your heels. And I believe the Pistons, who started off the season 0-4 and are now 17-18, they're going to take that, man.
No.
I believe in what they're doing right now. JB Bickerstaff, shout out to you. And K. Cunningham, all-star that, man.
Yeah, big facts. Hey, put the camera on me, man. Chauncey, let me talk to you, bro.
Talk to you.
Big, long-time fan of you. You know what you must do. You know what you got to do. Just go ahead and let us have it. Just let us have it. But, man, the job that the Pistons have done, and listen, I know you brought up they trying to copy off the Lions with the grid and everything.
They better.
Well, they look more like the Lions than anything. Jaden Ivey goes down, and what do?
Next
Back-to-back dubs.
Next man up.
It's been amazing, man, and we always, we gonna prop up Cade because he is the man on this team. He night in and night out, the things that they ask him to do to carry this team from a certain standpoint. Now you're without Jaden Ivey, who was probably one of your, if not probably better scorers on the team. For him to just step up in the way that he has was absolutely amazing, and he's solidifying his place as not only a star but a blooming superstar in this league. I mean, to go bucket for bucket with Ant-Man, and literally he was the only person on the Timberwolves doing anything. I mean, shout out to Cade, bro. Like, his game is elevated to such a point that, like I said, he is literally making his claim to be an NBA superstar. And you got to give credit to the team, man. Jalen Duren, the job he's done defensively the last 2 games, you got to give him credit. We criticize him a lot, but I know that the double-double he had in that first game and also what he was able to do in that second game from a defensive standpoint was great. Tobias Harris, Chase, we got to give him his props, bro.
Hey,
listen, 24-10 that first game. He comes back 16-11 that second game. When you play like that, that's the type of Tobias Harris that this Pistons team needs. And when he plays like that, I'll shut up. Because this is what you were paid to come here and do.
It's why, though, in that conversation. What'd you say, brother?
I said, can he play like that consistently is the question.
He can, though. And that was why I was bullish about, though you don't ever want to lose a Jaden Ivey, that's why I said the incremental steps to make up for a loss of Jaden Ivey. How you make up for the loss of Jaden Ivey is the incremental steps forward that you get from Jalen Duren and Tobias Harris. If those guys are going consistently, then yeah, you have a lot. And when Jaden Ivey gets back, then you have even more. The issue is that we haven't been able to put it all together. Now that Jaden Ivey's going down, there's a little bit more motivation. There's a whole lot more attention on, and you have to perform. Because why? Because the Detroit Pistons, why waste this hot start? Yeah. Why waste an opportunity to finally just say, you know what, let go of this first round pick? Because they haven't even been able to make trades like that with their draft capital because it's been owned every single year by the New York Knicks. Why not go out there if you have a team finally that Cade Cunningham can lead to the playoffs and go out there and make this happen? And that means that then you probably have to do even more major tweaks at the trade deadline if Jaden Ivey's absence means that the team is going to crater around Cade. But instead, to see them step up, 2 players in particular, I'm going to continue to have the spotlight on them. Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris.
They have
as long
to
as they
perform.
continue to step up, which I believe they can, this team is going to have what they need to be able to overcome the loss of Jaden Ivey and can maintain the pace that we see. And to kind of zero in on the question from Dante151, it was, who do we want to see at the trade deadline? Because he doesn't want to see Jimmy Butler, who might be a culture killer, or he might be a culture builder. It just depends on if he's being brought in at the beginning and you just need a run or two, or if when it starts to wear out towards the end, like you see Miami, they're no longer the formidable team that they were when Jimmy first got there. And we saw the same thing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so to me, it's like if you can bottle that up in a vacuum and use it for a season or two, sure. I just don't know if the Pistons are there right now.
I don't know either. And Jimmy Butler is somebody that I would like to see on this Pistons team because I feel like he brings that type of attitude, that type of leadership that would fit in well with what the Pistons want to do. And I got to push back on Dante a little bit because I don't feel he's a culture killer. When you go to a place like Miami and you are literally the man and you help drag a team to what, 2 finals they went to under with Jimmy. So and I think that what's going on in Miami is that, like, Pat Riley, he doesn't want to pay Jimmy Butler an extension. That's the big thing. Jimmy Butler wants an extension. He wants to stay in Miami. Pat Riley is somebody that we know he let D Wade walk. So if he let D Wade walk, what you think he gonna do to Jimmy Butler? D Wade brought a championship back. Jimmy Butler got close but couldn't get it done. So I think that, it's just a standpoint of he wants to feel respected by the Miami Heat organization for everything he's done, which he deserves to be respected for everything that he's done. But it just doesn't look like it's going to pan out that way. I think his player option is upwards of $50 million or something like that, something crazy. So I think he would be a good fit, but like you said, I don't know if the Pistons are ready to make a move for a player like that and sacrifice the capital that you have right now.
Well, and I wonder, when you talk about Jimmy Butler and the issue that it is right now, you might actually be able to buy cheap right now because he's looking like damaged goods, and they all know that the Heat, they don't want to necessarily deal with that too long.
True, but you calling up Pat Riley on that phone.
And
listen, I love Trajan. I'm not going to doubt his acumen and the things he's able to do, but that's a shark, bro. Pat Riley is not going to let him go without getting some type of compensation.
I heard this about Danny Ainge, and we stole effectively Simone Fontecchio. They said if you do a deal, doesn't matter what deal you do, that you're going to get fleeced by these guys. But realistically, the Pistons have found themselves in some of these trades, realistically, on the right side of that deal. And some of that does have to do with Arn Tellem. It really does, and his connections to players throughout, as being probably the top super agent in NBA history. Now that he has a guy like Trajan Langdon to better focus what players they should be able to flex those relationships with, is where if they do look at Jimmy Butler, I do believe that they'll be able to pull off the right type of deal without fleecing themselves. Obviously, any deal that happens, it's not really going to include draft capital, so we'll take some young players, but you already know they're not. The core of those guys are going nowhere.
And then the Pistons will have to sign him long term, you would feel like, because I feel like wherever he wants to be, he wants to be extended.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to that. Blake wanted that. You don't have to listen to that. You can just do the deal you do and dare the player to be a punk. And realistically, if he's that, then that's where you don't want that on your team. If you believe that he could be that type of a player and he will pout and he will this and he will that.
No, but I mean, he's pretty open about destination. He has a list of teams he would like to go to, but the report was he's willing to be anywhere but Miami. He's willing to listen to anybody, but he doesn't want to be in Miami anymore. Look, he's losing his passion for the game.
Jimmy Butler and Triple J were two players.
So was Tyreek.
Yep.
Yeah, there were two players at the top of my list that I would have just said, any way you can get them into a jersey, get them here. But now, obviously, the Pistons are looking at potentially being one of those with the most cap space available to facilitate other deals, to be able to just pick up some players that they can put around their dog, Cade Cunningham. As long as Malik Beasley and if Tobias and these guys can continue to play like this, and I believe the Pistons think just a few tweaks honestly stabilizes them as a top 6 playoff team. And if you can do that for a few years, when that cap space opens up, whether you re-sign Tobias Harris for lower or if you just take his $26 million a year and put that together with the 14 you got now, you can go out there and sign 1 or 2 or 3 pretty good players or be active in the trade market to take on a disgruntled star when you are ready to like, if this was 2 years from now and they were already a top 6 team, I would say, you know what, Jimmy Butler might actually be able to change things.
Yeah.
But right now, at the culture setting standpoint, I believe the voices that you want are voices like Cade Cunningham's and Isaiah Stewart's as being established. And then in a couple of years, you could bring in one of those types of Jimmy Butler types that will be able to come in here and understand whose team this is. Because when he went to Minnesota, even though they got rid of him, he went in there and took over the whole team. It didn't matter who was supposed to be the star or this or that. He just went there and took it over. And I believe that discombobulated the Karl Anthony Towns, who's no longer in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's
Never
true.
found his footing.
And he is hooping with the Knicks. I mean, they call him the big bodega in New York. And he is going crazy,
they
bro.
Boosted, that's what I'm saying, though. Jimmy Butler came in there, and is he the alpha? Yes. And what did that do to people who are not as alpha? And so that's why I'm like, if you're going to bring in a player like that or get one of those types of players, I can understand the why the Pistons would wait. I still am for them bringing in a big-time player if they can, but I am very, very comfortable with that right now, and that's because of one, Cade Cunningham. We started this network with following that draft of his. Our Woodward Pistons, for the whole first year, we had a Cade zone dedicated to who he was as a player. We've been calling him a future star since then. Yeah. We've been saying since year 2, 3, he's already a star.
And if you've been watching him, you know why. Like, we all saw it. We all saw it, man. But quick shout out. You know I got to shout out my boy, the Golden Voice, Neil Rule, in the chat. Soon. Hey, just y'all want to be tuned in for Big D Energy. I'm not gonna be there today, but I will definitely be tapped in. Neil, get your shit off, bro. I know you listening right now. This is your day, bro. We've been plotting this all week. This your time, dog.
How much trash talk has he taken? How much people in the DMs, people in the comments, you talk about content that's going absolutely insane, and it's just overrun by Viking fans every single time. I can't wait. You guys want to make sure you stay tapped into Big D Energy. The last 10 minutes was brought to you by Dante151 Super Chat, as well as Feldman Automotive Group. And shout out to all of you all who definitely gave your Super Chats today and supported us. It goes a long way to support us personally. I know sometimes you guys talk about Venmos and things of that nature. The Super Chat program is going to help us personally on each one of these shows, as well as the new content that we have that is coming to the network. And so you guys, you don't understand when we say that the chat family is the most important part of this thing. You truly are. And before we get out of here, you know what? Let's satisfy that like button. It's Victory Monday. JB Smooth. We got to satisfy that like button, man, before we close up here.
Do we have any more left in the tank at this point? I'm on Big Musket at this point, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's satisfy it if we can, man, and we will close up.
Hey, listen,
hit that
man.
like button for the Lions.
The Lions in the playoffs, man, and this is everything that we ever dreamed of, man. I mean, I'm literally gushing over myself right now. And I know you gushing at home, so just go ahead and hit that like button for us, man. Thank you.
Let's go, man.
Get a towel, too.
Show.
It's gonna be a little dirty.
Man, oh man, what a show. I wish we could have celebrated this even more with the rest of our brothers. Matthew brother, Sam Reynolds, Flannel Sam, we love you. Shout out to the jersey. We're going to get more into that
Oh, man,
tomorrow,
I cannot
man.
wait. I cannot wait.
love you guys, and this platform is because of part you guys. So shout out to you all. Let's break down the rest of this thing as well. That dude, Justin, what up, though, brother? I know you've been working hard all morning on socials, going crazy.
I mean, Ja and Amon-Ra St. Brown, you are my absolute dogs, and I love this Lions team so much, and I'm so blessed to be in a position to follow them and talk about them with a space like this. So shout out to the chat family, and shout out to everyone in this room. I appreciate you so much.
Hey, shout out to Real K77 with the $4.99
Big
Super
shout out.
Chase.
That's my
Great
guy.
show, WUW Crew. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got summertime in the building. Let's get that music going, Cavassier. We got
Summer,
summertime in the building for the
summertime.
Victory Monday. Look,
Dun, dun,
'cause
dun, dun,
sometimes
dun.
it's like certain days. Well, I was like, this is Victory Monday. You can get here. She's like, bro, I got stuff to do, but it's Victory Monday. I'm there.
I'm glad to be here.
Hey,
We love
shout out to
having
you.
you.
Give the last words to the chat family and give them one more Detroit versus everybody.
Yes, let's keep this momentum going, and as always, Detroit versus everybody.
Let's rock. This elite booth, Cavassier Chase, man. Hey, you continue to add to everything that you do here for the network and everything you can be. Shout out to you, man. It was great to have you in the sound booth this morning, and it was awesome to hear your moments as well. Shout out to your pops too.
Maybe the next rookie of the year? Maybe.
Hey.
Maybe. I like the kid, man. I like him.
Shout out to
Justin
Jameson
over there.
Williams. He reposted Woodward's shout out to him hitting 1,000 yards. So
Hey,
shout out to Jameson.
listen, Jamo, we love you, Jamo. I don't care what nobody say about you. Woodward Sports got your back,
Hey,
bro.
Ennis Rake Straw Jr. also was retweeting stuff last night. The Lions, shout out to you guys. When we
Yes,
say
yes.
they're tapped in with all of us. Hey, make sure that you guys are giving them this love. But shout out to you, Cavassier Chase GPT in the building.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of great moments this season. We still got a lot more to come. We got 3 more weeks of fantastic football. This week, we get to celebrate, we get to recover and focus on whoever we end up facing next week. Just one more shout out to my dad and the guys at Seymour Ford, and hopefully we can, like I said, continue these Victory Mondays, these victory shows, and like not just with the Pistons or the Lions, but with the Pistons and the Red Wings too. You know, we got Detroit heading in the right direction with all our sports.
Right,
now.
Wings might be back up too.
Red
Wings might be back up too.
This week, we might have to get you included a whole lot more.
Hey, better
That
watch
dude
out
Justin.
for Tuesday. The Senators don't have their starting goalie, and there's a team ahead of us in the wild card standings. So, I mean, hey,
It's good times right
good
now,
time
man.
to be a Wings fan again.
Whoa.
It's good times in the city, man.
Hey, Lions tearing out the Leandro Ball, former Detroit Piston, right?
Yeah.
Woodward Sports MVP, though, man. Woodward Sports MVP. I'm going to say that one more time. Woodward Sports MVP. Things just go crazy when you leave. That's JB Smooth in the TD booth. What up, though, brother? This Victory Monday.
Tiggo bitties.
Hey, shout out to everyone on this Victory Monday. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We appreciate every single one of you, every single one of your super chats. Love you guys so much. 3 more games, you guys. Super Bowl, a parade could be sitting here right on Woodward, right there as we speak. Shout out to my guy number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown, as well, and my godson Jamo, 1,000 yards.
Waymo,
Proud.
Waymo,
Proud
Jamo.
over here, proud.
Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you guys know right here, my man stepping up, big spot in the clutch, going for Woodward Sports MVP this year.
That's what I do, man.
This is Detroit's #1 draft pick. Already got Rookie of the Year, KG, a.k.a. Black Hollywood. Great job, bro. Man, I'm proud of you guys, man.
Thank
but
you,
man, keep doing your thing, KG.
No, thank you. Y'all empower me to do so, man. So I love my team, bro. We get to do this. Literally, we are watching our favorite team ascend to heights we've never seen before. So shout out to y'all, man. I love doing this with y'all. I'm looking forward to being on the desk the next couple of weeks. Shout out Sam Flannel. Hope everything is good with you, brother. Can't wait to get you in that Jamo jersey. Y'all already know what it is.
Gonna be crazy.
And shout out to everybody. I think we had close to 1,500 today. We appreciate all the likes. 532 right now. We love y'all, man. We love y'all, and let's keep this shit rolling, man. 3 more, baby.
Man, and I'm just looking here. Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I feel like he needs and deserves just a little bit more love. And I'm just sitting here looking at all the
Never
stats
enough.
from Amon-Ra and just the record set. And you know what? The first pair of 1,000-yard teammates in some while. But Amon-Ra St. Brown is the third player in NFL history to produce 115-plus receptions and 10-plus receiving touchdowns in consecutive seasons. Not just Lions, NFL history. Shout out, man. It's your boy Brandon Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. Just absolutely on one. Y'all can find me on Honolulu Blue Moon. I don't care. Just wherever the Lions are at, that's where I'm at right now. Tap into the Pistons tonight because I will be there tonight as well. And celebrate Victory Monday. Stay tapped in, you guys. Have a blessed day.
Hey.
It goes, the support goes, take these off. The support goes such a far way.
That's a
I'm
fact.
just such a long way. I'm just being as honest and as vulnerable as I can be. Thank you, chat family.
Hey, JB, on the way out, can you just hit me with that Vikings video one more time? I just love seeing their misery, bro. I just love to see it, bro. Hit me with that one more time. Play me some pimping, man. Play me some pimping.
All right, that's it.